We ain't just tourists to travel in comfort and click selfies at the destination. We are explorers, the kind that doesn't care about the destination and schedule. Just finds some trekking route on Google Maps and decides to ride motorcycles there. That's when this turns into this. A ride to the Himalayas is always a dream of any adventure motorbiker. Our ride started in Pokhara and was done in 3 legs. From Pokhara to Sayangay, from Sayangay to Chame, finally from Chame to Manang. As high as around 3,500 meters. We got to Pokhara without any hurdles, through the Agra Expressway, crossing the Nepal border, driving through the winding roads, reaching Pokhara at night. We rented our motorbikes from Pokhara. One was a highly acclaimed off-roader, the Royal Enfield Himalayan. My buddy got the Honda VR that could literally climb the wall. We started late from Pokhara at about 10:30 in the morning after negotiations with the rental person. All the way to the Besishar, the road condition was really great. Coming from South India, I would say some parts were way better than the roads we have. While riding, I was thinking, this is just a piece of cake and we would reach Manang itself by nightfall. Right where Besishar ends, the roads just vanished. Our bikes plunged into a huge dip and after that we never saw any road at all. Just 10 minutes into the ride from Besishar, the thoughts of giving up started. Literally having no road, the bike started punishing our backs really bad. Soon, this river came into view. We should have just stayed at Besishar. As we went in peak winter, we were in pitch dark by 4:30 in the evening. Yeah, this is how 4:30 p.m. looked like. We continued to ride, hoping to find a place to sleep and call it a day. But we didn't find one, it was too late. At around 8 p.m, we found a hotel in Sayangay, a very decent place to sleep. But it has already gotten so cold, and there are no room heaters or anything of that sort to warm us up. We are now at 1120 meters. Already terrified, the locals added fuel to the fire by frightening us with things like altitude sickness, the chilling cold, and the never-ending off-road. With the motivation of my buddy, we decided to push on. The plan was to reach Chame, the safe zone in terms of altitude. And from there, it all goes steeper. Chame is also great to get acclimatized before the final climb to Manang. The terrain from Sayangay to Chame is still the same. No roads. It also gets riskier as we progress on this trail. The fine dust with rocks hidden underneath is ready to make us fall anytime without a warning. We can only crawl on this surface to ensure we stay afloat. However, we got some great views and photo options on this road, as you can see. Like the river that follows us all the way up to Manang, this waterfall, and this bridge. And someone gets this crazy idea. Why not just ride on the hanging bridge? We were thoroughly enjoying the ride and making good pace to Chame as well. And then this happened, some road work. We've lost around 30 minutes over there. It happened again near a raging waterfall. Another 30 minutes gone. Our watches were racing to the 4 p.m. mark, where we literally go blind due to the darkness. Though this leg of ride is backbreaking, so threatening and patience testing, these mesmerizing views, the trail keeps us enlightened. See it to believe it. When almost near Chame, Nepal must have thought, let's give them a harder one now. Yes, hard ice on the road. It was a cool spot for pictures and we managed to cross it without a fall as well. We reached Chame by 4:30 in the evening and it was freezing cold. We googled it and found it was like -20 degrees Celsius. Closely surrounded by mountains, Chame is like a business village of Manang. There were government offices, monasteries, shops and some good hotels too. The views of Annapurna ranges from Chame, I was speechless. None of the hotels have room heaters here. There are common fireplaces though. And once we were warm enough, we ran to our rooms and buried ourselves under the quilts. The quilts magically were very warm indeed. After a tiring day, Chame chills the mind, soul and the body. However, with harsh weather and perhaps anxiety, I was almost certain that I would give up. But my buddy, he was very determined. It's still freezing cold in the morning, but we have to go all the way up to Manang and make it back somewhere near Sangay. The path from Chame to Manang is a little better, but a lot more riskier as you can see. The path is narrow with a hell-deep creek by the side. Once we cross this terrain, then shows up the Himalayan ranges every now and then. Once we cross Pisang, there are very steep climbs and then we arrived at this paradise. Riding in the valleys surrounded by these majestic Himalayan ranges, it's a mesmerizing feeling, I would rather say an emotion. At this altitude of 3600 meters, the highest we've ever been so far on this ride, there is lesser oxygen density which we could literally feel. The lakes were frozen and there was hard ice on the road too. Jack curry was always in our bucket list for a very long time, and we had it by the side of this majestic Annapurna range. The final stretch to the ice lake. At this altitude, it's really difficult to walk. I admire the trekkers and hikers, real tough job guys. After all the adventure, pain and risks, we were there. There is a great peace of mind. Absolute silence in the standstill frozen lake surrounded by the towering Annapurna range. It is definitely a magic. It's peace like never before. With a sense of accomplishment and loads of moments of sheer luck and back full of memories, we return from Manang.